Hello my fellow cigar smokers and welcome to Smoker Spot. We are doing the Pick a Stick review, August, and today we are smoking the Bouncer, since that was the stick that you guys chose in Pick a Stick. Let's see how this one tastes. So guys, the Bouncer Sun Crown Toro, one of the 4 cigars that are presented in the last Pick a Stick for August, and this is the winner. It was close, however. A couple of people also voted for the Oliva, but a couple of more for the Bouncer. So the Bouncer it is. First of all, guys, you see me wearing glasses. I'm just wearing this because I think that looks more intellectual. No, joke. I'm wearing glasses since, I don't know, 1991 or so, but usually I'm wearing contact lenses, which are more suitable when you're riding a motorcycle because you have the helmet and all that stuff. So that's far more comfortable, but my left eye was hurting for whatever reason, so I don't want to wear contact lenses when there's already a problem with the vision, you know. So that's why I'm wearing my really old glasses, and but still good enough to see a couple of details. Guys, the Bouncer. I told you already in the Pick a Stick episode that I know absolutely nothing about that cigar. I just picked it because of frankly the name and the artwork. This nice bulldog wearing an eye patch, smoking a cigar that was looking kind of wild, and I thought, what the heck, just give it a try. But of course, research a little bit what's going on here with that cigar, what's in there and so on, and I will tell you all that. But most importantly, let's get it started. The Toro, it has well, they said it's a Toro, but it's quite unusual measurements for a Toro. It has a ring gauge of 56 and is 5.5 inches long. For me, sounds more like, let's say, a double Robusto or so, but what the fuck, I don't know, man. If they want to call it a Toro, it's a Toro. I'm fine with that. The look, a little bit rustic, which I'm absolutely cool with that. You see a couple of veins in there, and the cap looks a little bit like, I don't know, not very seamless, but as I said, man, I'm cool with that. It's more important that the cigar is tasting good than how it looks like, you know. Okay, they made here the little extra band at the foot. Let's remove that. I just hope it goes up very well. I would say, let's see what the cold draw is giving us. Oh, the cut was nice. You always have the first impression, the first feelings when you're cutting a cigar. Sometimes you hear a weird sound and then you see the wrapper is unraveling itself and so on, but it's looking nice. Wow, nothing. Nothing. Maybe a little bit of coffee, but guys, almost nothing. Also the smell, somehow tobacco, but really nothing special. I don't know if that is a good sign or not, but we'll give it a try. Nice smoke output. Draw is good. Black pepper. Black pepper and barnyard hay, very subtle, very in the background. Right now the black pepper is dominating. It's not a pepper bomb, but the black pepper is there, and all the other flavors, they're somewhere lingering in the dark behind that, waiting, popping up, hopefully. Tobacco wise, we have an Ecuadorian San Andres wrapper. We have a Sumatra binder from Indonesia. That is quite unusual for, let's say, long filler cigars. And the filler is coming from Nicaragua, three different tobaccos from Esteli, Ometepe, and I think Jalapa. So in the tobacco, we have two unusual things. We have an Ecuadorian San Andres wrapper. Well, Ecuadorian is not unusual, and San Andres is not unusual, but most of the time we have a Mexican San Andres wrapper, so San Andres from Mexico. Here we have San Andres from somewhere else. And that is something that is untypical. Ecuadorian tobacco that is used for a wrapper is widely known and used. Very, very popular is an Ecuadorian Habano wrapper. I think that's one of the most favorite wrappers in the last couple of years. Ecuadorian San Andres, unusual, but sometimes you just have to do things differently, right? And the binder, the Sumatra wrapper, or the Sumatra binder, was quite popular like 20 years ago, because in Indonesia they are doing like, they have like fields as far as you can up to the horizon, you know, and they are producing very cheap but reliable tobacco, and very often that was used as a binder and also as a filler. But when I'm saying like 20 years ago, it was mostly used in medium fillers, short fillers, or really budget sticks, you know. In the last couple of years, Sumatra tobacco here and there, you know, but not very often. So we have a quite untypical plant in here. The pepper is a little bit more reduced now, but still there. Retrohale. Interestingly, the retrohale, there you have the coffee. The coffee that I had a faint touch of it in the cold draw, remember? In the retrohale, there it is. I don't like the ash at the moment, really. That looks fragile, and it looks like it will be more on the flaky side. Well, let's see. The burn is okay, the color of the ash is okay, and the draw is close to be perfect. So that's good. And we have to take into account that stick here will cost you €6 and I think 80 cents will be around $8. So I mean, not real like a low budget stick, but everything for me personally, everything that's like under 10 bucks, that is at least every time worth a try, you know. Guys, let me smoke it a little bit, see how it develops, and when we are back, I will tell you a little bit more about who's producing that cigar, why, and everything else that might be interesting. Guys, back with the bouncer. As expected, I had to retouch it one time because the ash, the burn wasn't really perfect, but I give it like, since I'm smoking outside and it's a little bit windy, I give the cigar the benefit of doubt. Maybe it's because of the wind, I don't know. But for me that's okay. Flavor wise, pepper is still there, and it's in the transition from the first third to the second third, and also from the second to the third third, it like intensified the strength of the pepper, then it reduced it a little bit, so it's up and down. Coffee is there. Mostly in the retrohale, and a little bit of grass, hay, something like this. That's one of the cigars where I really would say it's like an okay cigar. It's not really like overwhelmingly good, but it's also not a catastrophe. As I said earlier, like for the €6 and something cents, it's a cigar where I say, all right, probably not going to buy it again. Also, I'm telling you guys, I'm still admiring. I still love the artwork, and while smoking it, I also like trying to figure out the details in the artwork. You know, that bulldog over here that's reading a newspaper, and that newspaper, the title of that newspaper is The Daily Crowler. And it's funny as hell. I like that. I like that. And there are a couple of more details in there. So somebody really put some effort in it designing the band, and I appreciate that. I told you I will tell you a little bit more details about the cigar. Actually, it's made by American Caribbean Cigars. They are running a factory in Nicaragua, in Esteli. For a couple of years, they're making different plants. For example, for Gurkha, probably the most well-known brand that they were doing plants for. And the Bouncer is one of their the American Caribbean owned brands. They have one more. I think that's the La Rosa de Santiago, and I think that is one of the cigars we last year, almost a year ago, we were doing an episode called Girls and Cigars, I think, where we were talking just about cigars with girls, ladies on the band, and I think that stick was part of it. Not quite sure, but I think so. They actually introduced the Bouncer during the 2018 IPCPR show in Las Vegas. So it took them like 2 years to finally ship them to Germany. So to all my friends in the United States, maybe you already had this one. If not, I don't know if you want to give it a try. As I said, it's an okay cigar. Taking into account that there are so many good cigars out there, I mean really good cigars, and also because of the ash and the burn, I don't know if that is a go-to stick. But you have to decide for yourself, and it's always the risk when you're like buying cigars just because the name is nice or the look, as I did here due to the pick a stick episode, but it's okay for me. I mean, it was not the highest pleasure I ever had smoking a cigar, but just sitting here an hour, that's what it probably takes to smoke that cigar, and enjoying the not so nice weather today in Germany. That's all right. My friends, hope you enjoyed that little review. The next Pick a Stick episode will come next week. Until then, I hope you can enjoy a really, really good cigar. Enjoy life. Most importantly, stay safe and stay healthy. And I hope to see you around at Smoker's Spot. Cheers.